What's up, traders? Here we go. Tomorrow, we're going live with the Small Account Challenge. You don't know what that is? Hang around and I'll let you know. Okay, everybody. We are finally starting this week. We're going to start it tomorrow. This is the Small Account Challenge. For those of you who do not know, let me fill you in. Okay, so of course I like to day trade. I day trade penny stocks. My name is Marvin Jackson, aka the man, the myth, the professor. Okay, I really am a college professor. I really do that, right? Here's the deal. Okay, I've been developing some classes to teach people how to trade penny stocks, to provide information that I know, and pass it on. I wish I would have known this at an earlier phase in life, that you can make the kind of money that you can make out of the stock market. Man, I just tell you what, life would be different, and my life is good. Make no mistake. Okay, but here's the deal. I'm gonna start with $1,000 in my Charles Schwab account. I'm gonna only start with 1,000, and we're gonna go a year from tomorrow. Tomorrow is March 24th. We're gonna see what can be done with an account trading the same exact strategy and setup for a whole year. What can we do? That's what I want to know. Okay, so you guys are going to go on this journey with me. Hopefully you like it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with our market recap. And as you well know, I like to always look at a couple indexes to make sure we understand what's going on. Let me jump over here to this one. And let's look at, here's the Dow. Okay, so the Dow had another red day down into the 1800s. It's not doing very well, as we can well see. And now look at this. Cross has gotten even bigger. If you've been paying attention to me, I told you once the 20 MA crosses the 200, that is a very bad sign, my friend. So yeah, it's happening. We'll see how much further this falls. Okay, now let's go ahead and look over at the SPY. And again, the SPY is as well under it, and it's down to the 220s. Okay, so it had another red day. So we can see these things. The market is still suffering, okay, from this coronavirus scare. So we're just gonna have to watch and wait. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Now, the first stock that we're going to talk about today is that at least was on my day trade list. This was a very interesting day. Okay, it was WTRH. Kind of interesting because I screwed up. I put my orders in wrong, man. Oh my God, I was so mad at myself. So let's go over here and let's check it out. WTRH as promised. There was really not a lot going on pre-market. Only two stocks worth watching, at least by my standard. And this was one of them. And so you can see here, I have this line here at 137. That's my launch buy. Here's the pivot area at I call the pivot here at 141. So what I did is I just said, hey, the pivot is the same area as the launch. Here's what I'll do. For the first hour, I'm going to put an order out there for 141. And I kept it there. I always put whatever orders I put in pre-market, I put them in for the first hour, and I usually come up a couple pennies. Let's say the real place to buy this is at 137. I'll come up usually 2 to 3 pennies, only because in the first hour everybody is most excited, and if it comes down here, sometimes it'll come to like 142 and then bounce back up. So you have to throw the order in a little earlier, okay? But I put it in here at 141. Here's the problem. I put the wrong stock name. Let me say this again. Hear me say this again, my friends. I put the wrong ticker symbol. I wanted to just slap myself. God, I screwed that up. So I put in the wrong ticker symbol, messed it up. I put in then an order for this stock at the wrong price. I switched basically these two. I switched them. I don't know what the heck. Okay, but I did it. That's the truth. The reality is I did it. So here this thing pulls perfectly into my number. Perfect. I'm not in because my dumb ass messed it up. Okay, so then I tried to cancel it and they froze me. I was just ugly. Okay, so I'm like fuming because I just missed a 10% trade. That's what you know me by now, man. That's what I live for. So all right, so I missed it. So this one happened, and it is what it is, and that's just life. Okay, so missed this one. Just it is what it is. Okay. All right, now let's move on. Okay, the next stock we're gonna talk about is AYTU. Okay, now these both of these plays this morning were coronavirus plays. So let's go ahead and look at the chart and see what I saw. Okay, so what was my game plan coming into this? Because I always write them out. Let's see here. This is it. Okay, I basically said this. I said stock is up on uncertain news, but it's moving well. I'm sure it has to do with COVID-19. Has pre-market high 175 and a couple of buy areas at 156, 146, 140. Okay, problem is this thing started to perk. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get out of this only because I can see it better on my trading view right here. Okay, so this thing starts to perk clearly at the pre-market, and so it bounced up here. And so now the numbers have changed essentially. And this is why you have to pay attention all the way through the market. Through pre-market. So the numbers changed, and essentially I said, okay, well, these are the two most highest volume candles. I'm definitely not going to play this one because it's too close to the open. So I looked in here and I said I can live with one. I put this candle here, which was the second largest volume candle in pre-market. I can live with 168. I put her in order in at 168 on the wrong stock, like a straight dumbass. And so that's just my fault, man. That was a complete blunder, and what's crazy is the numbers were kind of similar, so I wasn't even paying attention. Just had just a mistake, man. We all make them. Anyway, this thing pulls into my number. I'm like, oh shit, I got two stocks. I think, man, this is gonna be a good morning. Man, I go look at my portfolio. Nothing's shaking. But here we go. It pulled down, and it did everything I wanted it to do, and then some. So end up being two missed trades because of sloppiness. And then this is the funniest part. This is the one that I do get filled on. Okay, so I'm looking at this because this one was popping for a little bit, and it started fading. I was waiting. I missed this opportunity, so because I was dealing with the other two stocks. So by the time this got on my radar, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to wait for 375. Okay, so I put an order in for 375. This thing comes, and on the last two candles, it tagged me in, and look at this. It dropped down to 301. It didn't bounce back to 375. I thought it was at one point it was at 375 at the close, but man, you know what? I was just sitting there like, what do you do? So I ended up getting out of that trade at like 340 something. Such is life, man. You win some, you lose some. Okay, but it's all good. I like to be honest with y'all. I like people to see what trading is like, and there's days where you just do some shit. You be like, why? Who are you? You look at who in the hell are you? Where'd this guy come from? You don't never make them kind of mistake. What's crazy is if things go right in the morning, I'm up 20%. I'll probably walk, knowing me, because usually once I get up 20%, I'm good. I'm out. I walk, man. It's hard to be up 20% and just and screw that up. But because I messed up and now I really wanted to play, and I took something that wasn't on my list and didn't really have a true game plan for it, just kind of. That's what happens when you force plays, man. So it reinforces that I need to stick to the script. The script works. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm going to edit and get all this stuff together and post it up. But, hey, the good thing is the small account challenge is coming. So for those of you who've been thinking about doing this, you'll see you can grow a small account. I'm going to show you that we can. We're going to prove that. We're going to give ourselves a year to see what we can do. See you later.